Good morning. I'm John Ellsworth, founder of Success Strategies Incorporated and the creator of the Success Strategies Advantage. And I want to ask you a question today in my presentation, and that is, do you have the advantage? What kind of advantage might that be? Well, let me talk about, we're at the start of a new year. And as you begin a new year on your dairy operation specifically, it's a new game. And guess what? The score is 0-0. You haven't won yet, but on the other hand, you haven't lost yet either. So the score is tied at 0-0. And as you implement some proactive tasks on your dairy, new operations, new ideas, new concepts, I think it's imperative that we ask and answer the question, do we know if these things are paying off? Some are rather obvious. I call them Captain Obvious tools, such as having fans and soakers in your freestall barns. I think clearly those have an immense payoff in the hot weather, which I know it's early in the year, but before long, 3-4 months from now, it'll start getting warm and humid and you'll be glad that you had them. And so will your herd. To figure this out, whether these things pay or not, I think it's important that we have what I call a scoreboard. And in your business, really the scoreboard, the ultimate scoreboard, is your financial statement. Now, your CPA can do an immaculate, fabulous job, I'm sure, and I highly recommend that you have them produce these financial statements quarterly or at least semi-annually, mid-year, June 30th and 12/31. But a lot can happen between those quarterly or semi-annual financial statements that the CPA puts together. And he or she is not there to run your business every day or every month. So I'd like to introduce what I call the Success Strategies Advantage. It's a software program and it'll tell you a lot of things. How did you do last year? If you're not sure, you can plug some numbers into this and the program will tell you how you did. Well, I often get asked this question, how do I look compared to your other clients in California or in Washington or wherever I'm working? And the truth of the matter is, how you did compared to others in your region, this program, the Success Strategies Advantage, will compare your results with others in the regional averages. And I think that gives you a concept, kind of a clearer picture of how you're doing compared to your neighbors, compared to the rest of the producers in your region. Now, it doesn't say how you did compared to your brother-in-law a mile and a half down the road specifically, but it gives you an idea how you're doing compared to others in your region. Ever consider putting together a budget at the beginning of the year? Well, guess what? This program will put a budget together. If you input 3 or 4 items and say I want 365 days, it'll put together a budget for you so you'll have something to shoot toward. And break-even levels. Do you know the break-even levels? These are the pounds per cow that you could drop to and still break even, assuming everything else, all the other variables, stay the same. You can only change one variable at a time. Likewise, what could your milk production per cow drop to and still break even? Or what would your milk price, I guess I already said that, what your milk price drop to actually still break even? Or how high could your feed costs go and you would still break even? You basically have a zero margin. But this is known as break-even levels, and these are huge. The program will ask you for your region, which is not terribly difficult. It's a drop-down menu, and you either do Northeast, Northwest, California, or South, I believe are the 4 choices. So you choose your region, and you put in 15 to 20 inputs, which aren't terribly difficult, but they're things specific to your operation and no one else's. And it'll do a financial comparison. And it'll also give you a clear picture of what you might need to change in your operation to become more profitable. And that's what that scoreboard's all about. The break-even levels, as I said earlier, can lead you to make these changes you need to do to boost your profits. And frankly, one of my favorite tools that you can do in this is you can run different what-if scenarios. So you put in a couple content current numbers, and then take a look at, for example, I want to spend $45,000 on a piece of equipment, and I know it's going to reduce my labor for some particular task, and maybe it's going to improve my feed costs. If you know those, you put in what the changes will be, and basically you'll have your answer. Is there a payoff there? Does it make sense financially? Before you go invest in the $45,000 of equipment. I think that's a valuable tool for you to have at your disposal. I will suggest that you can go to our website, success-strategies.com. You will see it on the home page. Just look for the picture of the milk cans, and right below it there's a video where I talk about the program and how it can work, how you use it. And by the way, there is a free 30-day trial that you can experiment with it at no cost. And then if you like it, which I think you will, go ahead and use it. Finally, I would wrap up with this. Michael Hyatt, author and speaker, says, and I quote, "Change can be tough, but the only alternative is eventual obsolescence." So never, I would add to that, never be without the tools to help you succeed. I'm John Ellsworth, founder of Success Strategies Incorporated and the creator of this Success Strategies Advantage. Thank you for listening today. Is that too long?